Good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Reb Melissa. I am Reb Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So it is wonderful to be with you all today. I am Let me do my introduction and then we'll get into it. So, my passion is to support people in transforming their lives. My mission is to give inspiration through spiritual life coaching, preaching, and teaching that ignites the divine spark within you to live life in joy, connected to your yes. So if you need support, if you've been looking for a spiritual life coach, here I am. You can reach out to me by sending me a direct message at I am Red Melissa on Facebook and on Instagram. And we could set up some time to talk. I will be doing my next cohort of group spiritual life coaching starting on January 7th with 8 people. So that's how large the group would be, power of 8. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And I have a couple of slots open for one-on-one spiritual life coaching. So if you don't want a group experience and you want one-on-one, reach out to me and we can also discuss that. So, welcome everyone. Welcome. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Julian, joining us on Instagram. Hey, and good to see you, Shay. Oh, thank you. Shay's giving me congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Shay. Yes. And thank you for being a beneficial presence on the planet as well, Shay. And so Shay is congratulating me because yesterday I sat for my ordination panels, and last night was the ordination celebration. So I passed the panels, and all of the ministers who sat for ordination, the ordination panels, um, Centers for Spiritual Living had the ceremony last night, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. My prayer partner is calling me, so I have to call her back. But she was on too. My prayer partner was on. Many folks were on for me to celebrate with me, and I so appreciate that. I was talking to Sekou afterwards, and we realized that, or Albert, one somebody I was talking to afterwards, and we realized that more than half of the people that were on were there for me. I was like, "Oh, my congregation of joy, friends, family, folks from Rockland CSL, just just uh so grateful. I'm so grateful. So if you missed it, it's okay. I'll be having my ordination ceremony next year, probably in May. It's probably going to be around the anniversary of my installation as the spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. So stay tuned for that. It will be in May of 2025, and hopefully everyone can come and join in and celebrate with me at that time as well. Good day. Fee is asking, can I break down ordination? Oh, I could do a whole series on ordination. The the origins of the word ordination comes from the word order, and so that's what you become a part of. You become a part of a order, a way of being in the world where there is a deep commitment to that which you are in divine right order with, is the way that I would put it. And so I am already, because someone else also asked me, aren't you already ordained minister? And I said, yes, I am. I am an ordained interfaith minister when I graduated from seminary in 2018. And I became a affiliated minister with Centers for Spiritual Living. So I did not go the CSL track of ministry. I went the interfaith track of ministry. And so when I became the minister at Centers for Spiritual Living, I had to be affiliated with them and I had to go through an affiliation process. And so once you become an affiliated minister with CSL, you have the opportunity to go on their path of ordination. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. And so I decided that I would. And so the path to ordination with Centers for Spiritual Living takes about 2 years or so, and a lot of writing. And there's 6 classes that, folks have to take, but I got 5 waived, so I didn't have to take 5 of the 6, only had to take 1, which was about ethics and how CSL deals with ethics in ministry. And yes, it is anointing. It is a anointing. Absolutely, Shay. And so I say that God ordains me, right? God orders my life. God ordains me. And there are processes and procedures and protocols and organizations, spiritual, religious organizations, if you want to be ordained under their umbrella. And so I did because it also affords me more opportunities within the CSL organization, which is global. You know, there are centers in Africa and Europe, all over the world. So that was a couple of the reasons why I decided to do it. And the most important reason for me is that it's in alignment with my life maxim to live life in joy, connected to my yes. You like that segue, right? Yes, yes. So it met the criteria for me for what brings me joy and my yes is a yes for me. So that's why I decided to go on the path of ordination with CSL. So I hope that explains it a little bit. Fee, thank you so much for asking. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Wonderful, wonderful. So, as I just mentioned, one of my life maxims is to live life in joy, connected to my yes. And I've been inviting you all for a week and change now to give yourself the time and space to go within and connect with your own life maxims. And I would love to know if any of you have created any for yourself. If you'd like to share it, you could put it in the comments. I would love to know. Because maxim, the definition of maxim is an expression of a general truth, a principle and rule of conduct. So, how you conduct yourself in the world, right? What are your life principles? Yes. So, that's the offering, right? And so yesterday we went over Maxim 7 and 8. And as you know, if you've been following me this week or so, we've been going through the 5 a.m. Club book by Robin Sharma, Sharma, and I've been sharing his 11 billionaire maxim. So people who are wealthy are clear about, let me not make that broad statement. Many people who are living in a conscious way, who are in alignment with prosperity in a healthy way, may have principles that guide their life. I'll put it that way. And so he is sharing in the book the billionaires maxims. And so that's what we've been going through. So we started last week. So if you missed 1 through 4, you can see that last week on replays. And this week I've been doing them two at a time so we can wrap it up tomorrow. So yesterday I shared Maxim 7 and 8, which were, I'll share them real quick. 7 is optimum health maximizes your power to produce magic. And Maxim 8, raising your life standards towards absolute first class or world class. So if you missed 7 and 8 yesterday, you could check out the replay. So today we're going to delve into Maxim 8 and 9. Let me just find my right notes. Okay, here we go. Maxims 8 and 9. So, oh, no one shared the maxim yet. Okay. All right. I guess you're still working on them. All right. So, maxim number 9 is deep love yields unconquerable joy. Deep love yields uncomparable joy. So you already know that speaks to me, right? Anything with joy in it speaks to me, gets my attention. So let me share a little bit about what he has to say about deep love yields unconquerable joy. Share a little bit. He writes, any chance you get, show people love. Tell people how proud you are of them and how much you love them while you and they are still alive. No one knows, not one of us knows when we will face our end. So why hold back that which is most valuable, your human capacity to love deeply? Every human being you meet has a lesson to teach, a story to tell, and some dream in their heart that longs for your support. Our best selves will be shackled by the caring words we leave unspoken, the warm feelings we fail to display, and the good deeds we leave undone. So unleash your love, right? It is a way that we get to express the joy that we all are. So any chance you get, show people love. And I think that is a very powerful maxim that each of us could adopt. That's the invitation. All right, so that was maxim number 9. Maxim 10 is heaven on earth is a state, not a place. So we've heard that saying, heaven on earth is a state of mind. Heaven is a state of mind, and so is hell. Hell is a state of mind, right? So heaven on earth is a state of mind, not a place. This is what he writes. Heaven on earth isn't a place to visit, but a state you can inhabit. Trust me, as you cultivate your mindset, purify your heart set, optimize your health set, and elevate your soul set, the way you perceive and experience life will revolutionize your experience. And I love that. Part of the book is about connecting on 4 levels within yourself: your mindset, your heart set, your headset, and your soul set. And so that's what the 5 a.m. club is all about. Owning your morning, right? Own your morning, elevate your life. And we spend that first hour between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. on those 4 sets: our mindset, our heart set, our health set, and our soul set, right? And that is comprised of what I would call my daily morning spiritual practice, right? So that's what we get to do early, crispy in the morning before most of the world is awake. That is the invitation. And I have to shout out my accountability partner, Jillian, who we text each other every morning now at 5 a.m. to just let each other know that we's up. So Julian texted me this morning at 5 a.m. and I text Julian at 6 a.m. because that's the time I woke up this morning because I was so wired last night after the ordination um celebration. I just couldn't settle myself down and I was just up. So I stayed up later than I've been the last week or so. And so I got up later and it's all good. So instead of a 5 a.m., I was a 6 a.m. And Julian, you're so sweet because you said it's 5 a.m. somewhere. Which is true, which is true. Thank you, Julian. So get yourself an accountability partner if you are working on some specific area of your life. It makes all the difference, all the difference. We were not made to do things alone. We were made to do things collaboratively in a supportive way with and for each other. That is the road to success in my book. So let me go on. So we're cultivating our mindset, purifying our heart set, optimizing our health set, and elevating our soul set. The way you perceive and experience life will revolutionize your experience. But if you don't do this profoundly important work, you'll never know. If you don't do your work, you will never know the experience of heaven as a state of being. He goes on to write, so as you dedicate more time to your personal mastery, the amount of self-love you will feel will expand, and all lavish successes and private joys do depend on loving oneself. Yes, yes. What keeps you in bondage to your doubts, insecurities, and fears is low inner worth. Because of what people told you about yourself in your early childhood, your subconscious mind discounts your braveness, smothers your highness, and chains your greatness. As you let go of the false beliefs that you were taught are truths, are and as you release the emotional wounds that close you to love, you will develop the ability to sense this all new reality. And so we know the power of our our beliefs, right? And we know that there are limiting beliefs that many of us, if not all of us, have been conditioned to experience as the truth. And we know now as adults, many of those beliefs were not true. And so we get to transform those beliefs by doing our work. By doing our work, we get to transform it and heal it, right? And know ourselves as God created us. He ends this by saying, yet nothing is wrong. That's some good news, right? Nothing is wrong. There has been no waste. I love this. All is unfolding as it should. At your end, you will realize that very little of what happened to you was an accident. And we know there are no accidents, there are no coincidences. It is all in divine right order. Everything was for your growth, and all was for your very good. I believe that. I know many people don't believe that. When something bad happens, how could you say that was for my good? I could say it was for my good because most of the time when I reflect back on whatever it is that happened, the biggest heartbreak, the biggest letdown, the biggest disappointment, in retrospect, I could see now that it was for my highest good. And so the practice for me as I go through things that may be judged as bad, I can know even quicker. Ah, I remember that time that it looked like this was the worst thing that could happen. And it turned out to be the best thing that could happen. And it took me a year to realize that. But I could realize that right now about this particular situation that I'm going through right now, this challenge, this upset, this disappointment, this frustration, this letdown, whatever it is, I could realize right now that it's all good, that it's working together for my highest good. I can know that now. I don't have to delay the reflection. I can reflect right now, knowing that it is good. So I love these two maxims. I love maxim number 9. Deep love yields unconquerable joy. And maxim 10. Heaven on earth is a state, not a place. And that state is within you. And I love today is Halloween. So happy Halloween to everybody who celebrates Halloween. But the real, I love the origin of things. And the origin of Halloween is not about goblins and ghosts and scaring people or trick or treat. The origins of Halloween is about the transition of going inward, right? It is the celebration on my Instagram. They just did fireworks. It is the celebration of the last harvest, right? So it's the preparation, nature preparing itself to go within, right? To get quiet, to be a little bit more dormant, right? It is about intuition. It is the journey inward. Is what Halloween was really about. And and over time somehow it got turned into this capitalistic holiday where people spend all this money on costumes and decorating their houses and spending all this money on candy and all of that foolishness. But if you celebrate it, have at it. But just recognize that the vibration of this time is transitioning us to go in, to get more still, to tune in more. That's the invitation that's being offered to each of us this holiday, this holiday. So that's my invitation to you to go within, to tap into what your life maxims are, to write them down, and to check in with yourself to make sure that you are following it and doing course correction when you need to do so. All right? All right, y'all. All right. So I still don't see any. So I guess y'all still thinking about it. So y'all can continue to do so. And I will continue to check in with you. So tomorrow we're going to go over maxim number 11, and that's going to wrap it up. So I hope that you've enjoyed this so far. I see you, Bonnie. Yes, the Beatles song. All you need is love. Yes, yes. All we need is love. All right. So let me get into some quick joy news. So again, I want to thank you all. Let me put up my little flyer. I thank you all for just sending me love and light. If you couldn't be there, it's fine. Thank you, those of you who were able to make the ordination celebration last night. Thank you all who spoke and said wonderful words. Shay, thank you so much for everything that you shared with the group. I really appreciate it. And many of you also shared your love through spoken word to me last night. And again, we will have the ordination ceremony. There's a whole ritual that goes with the ordination. So that will be happening next May. Okay. Um, Mark your calendars because on Wednesdays now, I am a guest on Sekou Wright's podcast, Get Rich 101, where we talk about money, 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 right? And so this past Wednesday, I was talking about the importance of having a emergency fund, and and we'll continue talking about all things money. So Wednesdays, and you can check Sekou out Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, where he is talking about money and investments and getting your relationship with it in alignment. Yes? All right. So shout out to Sekou and shout out to Fee. Today on Sekou's show, it was the fiance files. And so his fiance Fee King was on, and Fee King has the Fee King show. And you can catch Fee King Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on social media as well. And Fee King is your go-to fitness girl, and she will get you physically and fiscally right. I love that feed. So, lastly, I want to shout out Shay again for your love and support. And Shay is a holistic health practitioner, and she will support you in your journey of healing. She's an amazing energy practitioner, and you can reach out to Shay through Rocky Mountain Holistic Health or Shay Bird on social media. All right. Oh, thank you, Robin. It's good to see you. I'm loving you too, Robin. Loving you too. Robin Hackett, if you don't know Robin Hackett, you need to find out because Robin is an amazing singer, songwriter, and she has a show coming up on November 4th. You could go to Robin's social media and get the information. So shout out to you, Robin. And Robin will be with us at Rockland CSL for our in-person service on the third Sunday in November. I believe it's November 17th. Robin will be our music inspiration. So you can join us in person and experience Robin's beautiful music. So thank you, Robin. Speaking of which, Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director, we will be having our virtual service this Sunday, and we will be starting a new theme because we are tomorrow is November 1st, y'all. Tomorrow is November 1st. So we will be having our virtual service. You can join us on Zoom, and you can join us live stream on Facebook. And our theme for November is generosity. Generosity. And so my message this Sunday is generous, loving, elect loving kindness. Elect loving kindness. You'll see what I did there, right? Because election day is November 5th. Next week is election day. Early voting has already begun. I voted on Sunday and there was a line, and I was so happy to see that there was a line for early voting. And it was such a positive vibe going on. So if you haven't voted yet, please vote, 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 vote. And election day is next Tuesday. My talk this Sunday is elect loving kindness. Elect loving kindness. Also on Sunday at 10:30, we have service at 10:30 a.m. And I also share the other SIP Sunday in Praise with an inspirational talk. And this Sunday, I will be replaying the talk that I gave at our in person service at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Rockland um, a couple of Sundays ago. And that talk was conjuring a vision of healing for all. So I had my magic wand, I had my pot so we could stir up our potion and abracadabra, make it happen, make it happen. So that was a really fun talk, and I guided everyone through a abbreviated visioning process as well. So you can check out the replay of that on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time at I Am Red Melissa. And I am over time. So the last thing I'm going to say is I am on countdown to Egypt. And so I'll be sharing more about that and what's going to be happening while I am in Egypt. I'm in Egypt for about 16 days in November. So I'll be sharing more about that next week. All right. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. We will wrap up the Maxim series with Maxim number 11. I would love to hear some of your life maxims tomorrow and have a wonderful today. So, peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you so much, Julian, for joining me on Instagram. Oh, wonderful. Julian's in for January for group spiritual life coaching. So, I will add you to the list, Julian, because when I get to 8 people, it's a wrap. So, I will add you, Julian. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.